Hello everybody, and welcome back. I'm Count Christo, and this is some more The Light of the East, our wonderful Ottoman campaign in MEIOU Taxes 2.5. I'm going to try this throat-soothing stuff drink. See if that lets me stream and record a little bit more. Okay, so the plan today is to try and consolidate the Beyliks. We have secured our grip on a sizable portion of European Old Roman holdings. The Bulgarian Empire have recently fallen to us. Southern Greece, the Pyrenees. Wait, are these the Pyrenees? I need to look it up. I will be so annoyed if I can't remember that. Greece map. Peloponnesian. It's the Peloponnesian, not the... That's what I mean. This is the Peloponnesian mountain range, I think. And, yeah, getting down there is going to be tricky. Because Athens is under Sicily. Is Sicily independent? No, Sicily is independent and claiming the throne of Aragon, interestingly enough. Okay, so that won't be too challenging. They are allied to France and Aragon. But Venice has a lot of holdings down there. And Venice will be quite an adversary. Consolidating these mountains will be relatively easy. Again, Venice is going to get involved, but this lot are relatively easy. But then Croatia and Hungary have extended pretty far down here. I'm a little scared that Hungary might declare a serious war on me. At least if they did, we'd probably be able to coalition them to death if they took a bunch of land off us. But, I mean, with Poland backing them up, that they're obviously a formidable force. But it's worth noting that as large kind of inland nations early in the game, they are very much weakened by their lack of good road networks and things, so high local autonomy. We, meanwhile, as you can see, our core region has great autonomy, working on the new Beylik integration areas, of course. But I had a thought, so we want to get to war with Haitiarish. We want to get to war with Karaman, but Karaman's allied to the Mamluks. However, we can go to war with Din to get to war with Karaman, and because we are allowing ourselves to use war dynamism now. Ah, yes. Sure, they lose 2 loyalty. I refuse to grant the privilege. Because we're allowing ourselves war dynamism, we'll be able to get at least the here, 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 and here without any problems. And then it's basically probably time to prep for war with the Knights, because control over Ionia will be good. That's 3.5% more trade power in our home region. It's pretty significant. I mean, for comparison, Constantinople is only 4.8%. Of course, it's partly because the plague hit us so hard. We're slowly regaining from that. Province Stormer is down to mild in most provinces, which is good. Our buildings are coming along. They'll be done in a year or so. Decided what I'm going to do, by the way, while my throat is out. I think what I'm going to do is play MEIOU Taxes 3.0, and then Wallachia no longer be allied for the Ottoman. Okay, good to know. It's nice that Eclipse is going to help us out. I'm going to play 3.0 and then do like a video every 50 years or something. I think that could be fun. And it's much less speaking. Wouldn't you be able to completely kill the Knights so they're not an OPM? They wouldn't be an OPM because they've got 2 islands down here, and it wouldn't matter if they could join a trade league really because they're allied to Venice anyway. Although declaring war in Venice's ally doesn't call Venice's trade league, does it? But yeah, they got 2 islands down here, and if we end up at war with the Knights, we'll definitely take all of their lands, including this little bit down here, for sure. Yeah. There'll be no half measures when it comes to the Knights. I think 6 will be enough to stack wipe their 4, and then these 3 should be enough for this one. Let's go to the Axis Province. When did the stream start? The stream started 4 minutes ago. You've not missed too much in this stream. I did stream earlier as well, but don't concern yourself too much with that. We're going to spy network on them to try and get through this fort a little bit quicker. It's level 3 here. It's going to be a little bit of a pain. My pleasure, my pleasure. Cause, we're just looking at unrest, basically. Well, very low here. Has it not? Are you still martial law? Yeah. 6. Only 4 unrest here. Good. So we'll be able to call there pretty soon. And in terms of communication efficiency, we're actually still doing fine. Like, average here is obviously not great, but we could put a trade wharf in there pretty soon. Obviously, that'll be more relevant when we actually have a larger holding up here that we need to communicate with. Oh, we've died. Okay. So we are now the 444, which is a fine ruler. And we have to decide how much money to spend on it. Not too expensive. I think we will actually take the most expensive option to keep our legitimacy high. We have a new heir, but he sucks. We will just stick with poll tax for now. We will, of course, immediately donate state transfers to church for the legitimacy. And how is our piety? It's actually positive right now, so let's try and keep that going. We'll make a pilgrimage to Mecca. Okie dokie. Awesome. Pretty smooth transition of power. We do have the issue of our heir kind of sucks, so let's appoint a new favourite. You lose 4 to legitimacy for that. Alright, let's not appoint a new favourite. Let's just try and get him killed. We're only 41. I really don't want to be a 4-0, so we are going to... Sorry, 402. So we are going to immediately boot him out of succession and appoint a new favourite for only 10 admin power. We immediately got an heir. But I guess clicking this button will replace him. No? Okay. In which case, we'll just take the admin power. Oh, it did still pick a new one. 621. It's not amazing. Average stat of 2.6. But I think we will keep him for now. Maybe we get rid of him if we get a bit more prestige. Some more cores. Our manpower is very low, so we're starting a war on very low manpower here, but I think we're going to be able to stack wipe our enemy's armies, like, right out of the gate, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And then, probably Hamid subcalling Hudavendagar, so we can take these guys out after having a nice consolidated section here. We'll see, though, we'll see. Game does seem to be running a little bit better after a reboot compared to the previous episode, so that's nice. Cyprus, you're independent. Do you want to be a subject? No, they're Christian. Our heir is a misguided warrior. That does suck pretty badly. That sucks badly enough that he's actually going to get yeeted immediately. And I will appoint a new favourite. Okay, so we got another one just randomly of a 4-5-3. In which case I will say I can't pick one because we just got one randomly. Why did we get heirs so fast? Isn't it? Yeah, it's our government form, isn't it? Yeah, 100% chance of a new heir. Okay, so Adin, not full calling them because they're allied to the Mamluks. Sultanate of Rum. In fact, we could call in the Mamluks and then full call Karaman. You don't have any other allies, do you, Karaman? No. You got plenty of favours? Not plenty. How many are we getting favours now? It must be every year. Every 2 years still? Nonsense. Well, the only wars I really want the Mamluks for are Karaman and Eretinids, and then defensively against the the Italians. So sure, yeah, I'm going to call in the Mamluks to allow us to get the Karaman capital. And that should be good. The Knights. What was that about the Knights? I think that might be the knowledge sharing. Yeah, so speaking of knowledge sharing, our knowledge of banking is going to start spreading to our enemies, but not that quickly, so I think we're probably okay. And the Mamluks are in on our side, so we've got to make sure we're the ones that siege this down. Although the Mamluks won't have... Yeah, the Mamluks have no desire for any of the land that we're actually at war with. Cool. And I should be seeing 2 stack wipes here. Maybe not in the south. We do have a pretty good shock advantage, but they do have that defense. Only 1 shock advantage, actually, so it's basically zeroed out. Yeah, it's a shame. Still, we have a good chance. Izmit has shifted to Turkish. That is excellent news. As you can see, Turkish is beginning to take over from Greek. Greek has a modifier which allows it to flip to Turkish. Oh, good. We did get the stack wipe much, much quicker than normal. So that's going to be a big part of why we will be seeing that. You guys come straight north, and we will again heavily restrict looting so that we don't cause undue damage to the land that we're about to take. Don't want to hurt our precious farmlands of the future. Tunis gets recalled. We'll send him over to the Mamluks. Get a bit more there. Oh, nice. Already won that siege. Head straight north. New idea. What is that? Idea cost down, I think? No, that's institution spread. Not very important for us now. What is the next institution? Renaissance, right? Which is going to spawn in Italy for certain. And then spreads basically to universities. So we might want to build a few more universities before then. Casual literacy is like bigoted, so it will only spawn in Protestant and Reformed areas. And then globalized trade is the first one we can actually fight for. We need to make sure we have the largest valued trade node. Okay, and there goes their navy. We're back up to stability level 2, which I'm less salty about now that we are looking at not being in a plague anymore. We're not going to take any offensive or support from these two. Nobles being peeved is going to cause some pretty annoying global unrest, but we will we'll make do. We'll make do. And yeah, oops. Damn. Well, oh well. Our what am I trying to say? Power production going down is problematic. We really need a rival that we're able to beat up on. It's a shame we didn't manage to with Vachia, but as I say, we make do. We make do. So, what else? What's the next stage of our grand plan to take over the world? Because I mean, the aggressive expansion in the Sunni world is much lower than it could be. The Eretnids, do you have any allies? No one significant. You've got 5,000 men. Your subject probably has 2,000. Your 5,000 would probably go up to more like, honestly, 10,000 or maybe 8 to 9,000 with levies from the estates. But yeah, we probably can't take on the Iranians just yet. Not with literally 0 manpower. I think that would be it would be problematic, let's just say. Now, hopefully we're going to be able to get jizya tax is due. That's excellent, but don't tell me every year. Urban infrastructure. So, I think we were going... I can't remember what we were going for. Are we going for silk? I'm just going to look up the M&T trade goods. I need to check every time what the bonuses are for trade goods. Okay, trade goods, because silk is provincial trade power and advisor costs and admin tech. That's pretty strong. That's really quite strong for sure. Is there anything else we'd rather have? Are there limits on where silk can spawn? No. It's just cloth into silk. I mean, carpets are better, but you can't get carpets everywhere, so. Jewelry's good. Can we get jewelry anywhere? Jewelry upgrades from metalwork. Jewelry gives national tax and legitimacy, but no tech help. Yeah, we'll stick with I think we'll stick with silk because the advisor cost down is really nice as well. So we're going to go with cloth, and we're going to need to tell Izmit to change their urban trade goods because that was linen, whereas we need cloth. Cool. You guys come on down. They should hand that province over to us because they don't desire it. Excellent. We might as well. We already have it as province of interest, of course, because of our claims. And then they're going to come help us with this siege, hopefully. Marvelous. Marvelous. Coring, nothing just yet. Tech-wise, obviously, we're going to fall behind on Diplotech while we're taking culture ideas, but that's fine. It matters, like, not at all. After culture ideas, what are we going to take? Probably diplomatic ideas. The improved relations is good. The Diplo rep's good. The reduced stability hit is good. And we'll probably start trying to establish a couple of subject states soon because of the subject states raising their estate levies during your wars is really nice. Is a provincial trade bonus going to increase the merchant estate's income even if you own the whole node? Yeah, right? Because they take... Hang on, let me have a look at their privileges. Yeah, so provincial trade income taxed by a state. I'm not sure how provincial trade income is calculated. It might be the amount of trade value produced by a province. But I don't know. You would think it would be taken out of, like... I mean, the sum that would make sense would be the province's share of the trade power. Like, the quantity of money you're earning in the node divided by the province's share of trade power is the amount generated by that province. But I'm not sure if that's how it works. There's a good fort for us. It's Highlands. We want to move it in the future. We'll probably move it in the future to here, so that enemies can't move into Cyrilla. But for now, Cilicia, I'm not sure. We'll keep it here for now. That's a pretty nice place for that fort. And other than that, you've got the level 4 siege. You've got the level 4 siege as well. We'll probably just try and reduce the amount of attrition we're taking if it's all possible. And we should have order enemies on all these. Yeah. Excellent. And then the actual peace deal. Are we going to get a coalition for taking this province and this province? Looks like definitely not. There's not too much developments in Caravan, I don't think. Oh, there is actually. 17 overdevelopment. That's amazing. It's going to be great. Plus, it's already producing silk, which is perfect. It's going to hurt, though, in terms of aggressive expansion. It's got like a, what was it, a 25 dev province? 22. Yeah, that's pretty painful in terms of aggressive expansion, but it's Sunni aggressive expansion, whereas mostly we've been taking it with Christians lately. So it hurts a lot less. Hey, Hood of Endigar, are you... We've got a truce with you right now. And same with Hamid. Okay. Those two, as you recall, were in the coalition against us. Got knocked out, I think. So... Yeah, the Knights. Where are you going? You're going to go and try and relieve this siege, I have to imagine? I think we're going to win this one before you could possibly do that. There we go. Do I want to lose 34 ducats in order for 5 army professionalism? Like, absolutely I do. And these guys can get ready to come and prevent any relief of that siege. Excellent. Well, that was a very easy war, obviously. We're actually going to get a border with Sicilia right here. So let's get some claims on them. It's going to be handy if we could grab those two. Make sure the Mamluks don't get them. Gives us a good jumping off point for launching attacks into Syria. Will be good. Where are those knights dudes going? Very confusing. I don't have any switched off forts or anything. We are going to keep a pretty big network of forts, even though it's going to be expensive. I like the idea of crushing down on the local autonomy buildings that the states build when they don't feel it's fortified enough. Although I do sometimes feel like having lots of little local fortifications are more valuable than a couple of big forts, because the local fortifications help mean you can get to rebels sooner, and they also help in terms of stopping the enemy carpet sieging you. But we'll see. Are you going to keep your capital in Constantinople, or will you move it later to deal with autonomy? There is a world in which the capital moves to Alexandria in the future, because when we have trade going in this whole region, you can see why we might want to have it in Alexandria to be closer to the Suez. But I think when you add something to a trade company, why can't I do this? Cannot establish a trade company on your home continent. Right, because our home continent is Europe now. Can only be creating territories. Come on, where's a territory? Here we go. So we add it to a trade company. It gives it a minimum local autonomy of 100%. So assuming we want to have all of our land in India in a trade company, and I'm not certain that we do, Just looking at the benefits again. The unrest is great. It really helps. And the local trade power is good. But once you fully control a region, if you can fully control a region in India without unrest, there's no reason to add it to a trade company. Because there's no, well, there's not no reason because you get transfers from traders downstream. But yeah, that's a pretty big reason actually. So we probably don't need, the thing is we don't need that good communication with this region. Because we'll have it all in trade companies. So we'll probably, I don't know, because we are going to own all of this, remember. Thing is, though, you can get a message with good ports. You can get a message from Constantinople to Alexandria in so little time. And include, if you build a local capital in Alexandria, we might be able to get communication there in like 2 days. Because you can remove absolute values of communication days with local capitals. But we'll see. Won't you get trade company investments through the trade companies? Hey, Gothmark, how you doing? Yes, but that's only you only need 33% of the local trade power in the trade company in MEIOU and taxes for that. So I'm saying like if you own the whole region, definitely you'll put 33% of the trade power in the region into a trade company. But in MEIOU and taxes, realistically, that means like 2 provinces or 3 provinces at most. When you have like, you just put the cities in the trade company, basically. The question is whether you want to put any more than that in. And if you don't want to put more than that in, then you need good communication efficiency. So you can actually get that value. So the Mamluks are, they're pretty chuffed with us. I'll let the diplomat finish his work. We don't want to end this war until we have all the war dynamism provinces anyway. And remember, we just called them in, not because we wanted them to help, but because they're allied to Karaman. So if we didn't, then they'd got called against us. Your stream announcement on Discord is 20 minutes late. Well, blame Gandalf. He wrote that bot. There's the peace offer. Cool. And there's this one, which has a corporation freaking guild, which is better than any of the cities I started with. Do you have a corporation guild as well? God, yeah. So we're going to go from 0 to 4 corporation guilds in like 6 years. That's amazing. You got a corporation guild as well. Yeah, everyone but me has freaking corporation guilds, man. Can you can't see them in other people's land by clicking this, can you? No. Oh, it's finished being built here. Nice. So our income here was like 4 before. It hasn't actually gone up at all. Maybe it hasn't recalculated. But the urban production revenue hasn't changed since we actually built that. That's funny. I don't want to drill because we're losing my money right now. Why am I losing so much money? What am I spending so much public services on? I mean, we're only spending. I mean, yeah, we're spending like our whole income on public expenses. I think probably our court expenses have gone through the roof. Yearly funding 25 ducats. No, that's fine. Yearly bonus from capital buildings. Ah, is it because I'm not sure if the advisors factor in the bonus from capital buildings. Advisors for help. We're targeting level 4. Yeah, there we go. So now we're funding it 0 because the capital buildings are doing all of it. Yearly bonus from capital buildings 45. Wait, what? I only have 1 capital building, don't I? Where else would I have a capital building? It only costs 30. Communication efficiency up by 5% everywhere, yeah. Expensive to maintain. These palaces add half the maintenance cost of your capital buildings towards improving your court. 30 yearly maintenance. So why is it giving so much more than that? I'm confused. So annual funding is currently 0. We didn't like... Is it bugging out because we're allied to the Mamluks in a war and it's calculating their... They don't even know. We'd have to have 3 capital buildings for this to be right. Is it level 3? No, it's just rank 1. Oh, did you have one? Like somewhere up here? I feel like we must have taken a capital building somewhere, but nowhere else starts with one. Did it build one when we took the decision to move the capital? Color me confused. Is it explained somewhere in here? Like, does impressive court somehow add one? I'm very confused. Cultured. Let's wait for the monthly tick and see if this goes down, because it should go down because we just cut, like, what was it, 25 ducats a month, a year of funding. It should be 2 ducats less a month. We'll see if it goes down. Okay, that is 2 ducats less a month. But why are we getting 45 ducats a year from capital buildings? Do you have one down here? No. Here? No. Well, I don't understand it, but maybe they just changed how much of the upkeep you get into towards your capital, but didn't change the tooltip. It's possible. So now the rest of the expending must be on education, and education is obviously expensive. Well, we're only spending 18 ducats on that. Where the heck is all this expense coming from? And what is our university modifier right now? 1.7. So yeah, so we do need some more universities. We're going to make that a priority. The church is contributing some. You're missing 100 ducats of education endowment. Yeah, but we're still holding 4 right now, level 4. So I'm not that fussed about that. Is there an estate effect that changes the cost of capital buildings? A random idea. I don't think so. The maintenance here just says miscellaneous expenses, doesn't it? Yeah. I am confused. Okay, so monthly capital building expense, 7.5 ducats. Okay. So the maintenance, as shown here, lies. That's the answer. Right now we're spending 7.5 ducats just on that capital. That's 90 ducats a year. I really don't want to spend 90 ducats a year on just the capital. Like, our court is going to go out of control. But maybe we just live with it. I mean, you really don't want to tear it down, because for explanation, if we wanted to expand the if we wanted to expand the bureaucracy, it's 3,000 ducats for one of these freaking things. So we definitely don't want to tear it down, but that's going to hurt our economy big time. When we get our taxes back, things will be better. Oh, it just went down again? What is going on? Maybe the upkeep randomly got increased by an event? Show me my discretionary expenses again. Okay, 2.5 a month. That's what it should be normally. Now that's back to normal. Are you going to want more money for the court? Yes. Back up to 25 ducats a year. Okay. Well, I'm confused. Maybe it's a problem with the advisors system, like the advisors helping you with your education spending, etc. But we won't worry about it too much. Things are back the way they should be. We're not spending 7.5 ducats a month on freaking capital building. What's the next reform we're going to get? Advisor costs, right? Or administrative free policies? Definitely advisor costs. Sure, we could centralize and have the One Currency Act, but come on. Of course we want to... oh, hey, we have a... actually have a Sultanate CV against you. Well, we'll declare that now, then. Of course we want the... what was I saying? I'm totally losing it, man. What? Of course we want the advisor costs, because that's much stronger. Advisor costs are really good, allowing you to promote advisors sooner, get towards that 555 lifestyle is pretty amazing. Oh, nice. We're going to declare war on these guys, and the Mamluks should kill their army because it's on on loan to Karaman right now. Nice. That's convenient. Obviously, the Mamluks won't be called into our war, but since they're condottieri, they can help anyway. Yeah, chat's saying a giant empire that's spending massive amounts of money and no one can figure out where it's going. It's a more accurate simulation than I thought. Sure, I will take on... Well... Yes, I'll take on some corruption. Get trending down faster. We want to give you a favour soon as well. 2 years. Okay, there goes their entire army. Stack wipe them? Come on, Mamluks. God, can't even stack wipe a 4-stack with 13 men. Weak effort, Mamluks. As soon as they get the stack wipe, we'll declare war. Ba-dum. 2 days. And then they're going to actually have to fight because they did get that morale recovery tick. Go on, Mamluks. Show them where it's at. There we go. Now we declare. Did the Mamluks get black flagged because they were no longer in the war against them? I think they did because we lost vision. That's interesting. I wasn't aware that happened. This is a level 2 fort. Yeah. Send this guy out to go and grab a general. So we can get some nice siege bonuses here. And actually, we'll deploy the fleet as well. Just to make sure we get the blockade and all the bonuses that implies. About to get a nice conversion here. The heck was that noise? Oh, sorry, it's my other phone. I thought that was switched off. Okay, manpower obviously still a huge issue. Got any more manpower for us? Not yet. Lesser nobles? They do. I will take that. We need the manpower. We don't want to embolden the coalitions by sitting around with low manpower. We would like to take some of the cavalry out of this province so as to not take too much attrition on the more expensive units, because the expense to have upkeep is proportional to the base expense of the unit. So, a din. These 2 provinces, 25 aggressive expansion. No one worrying. Just Macedonia, Kosovo, Zeta that this pushes over the limit. God, plentiful manpower at 6,000. We're that overextended, are we? Yeah, we really are. Wow. Okay. That's okay. I'm used to that in MEIOU and taxes. We've for the world conquest, I spent at least 250 years at 0 manpower cap, just getting 100% of my manpower from the estates. It really made you run the gambit a bit. Okay, there we go. Got that, which means that now it's time to get these. Wait. That's 23 aggressive expansion. If I take it directly from you, it will be more, right? Yeah, 31, because we wouldn't be getting the effect of the Sultanate of Rum war goal. So sadly, we won't be able to get the cash off you. Give me that, that, and that. Kill the cause. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Absolutely lovely. Huge center of some trading power there gained. Appropriating church property, because we're technically losing against a person of a different religion. Absolutely. We will always do that. Rising support amongst the Greek population. Okay, sounds surprising. Maybe they're just glad to finally have some stability after the anarchy of the last couple of 100 years. Got the blockade up. Good. You guys, I could actually potentially remove one more horsey boy now that we've got the manpower. Good old monthly ticks. Couldn't quite remove another one and keep the siege going. Mamluk's still happy with me. Yep, good. Tech available. No point taking it early, considering someone already got it 2 years ago, which means we won't get any innovativeness for taking it early. No point wasting the mill points that we could use rolling generals or assaulting sieges and that stuff. Hello, old man. Hello, Cody. He says old man because my birthday was yesterday. The wizened old age of 25. Concessions from the church. Yes, we accept their offering. Cool. Alright. Should we be spying on anyone else? I don't think so. It's basically just the Aretinids that we're eyeing up now. And the Mamluks would join, right? Yeah. So we could do a war against the Arachnids pretty much straight away. With the Mamluks helping out, it should be very doable. Hey, nice. Empire rank. Kingdom. Kingdom. What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. What about, so yeah, Pontic Coast is that one. Consolidating Anatolia, we just need Hudavendigar and Cohen. And then for safeguarding Anatolia, it's not for okay, so safeguarding Anatolia requires war with the Mamluks, because we need these two provinces. Macedonia would require war with Hungary, so we're not going to do that for a little while. Bulgaria we can do. And Vidin, are you... Yeah, no significant allies for Vidin. We should try and get them before Hungary does. Imagine having the youthful step of an 18-year-old. We will, of course, take the stability points and the nobility and the legitimacy. And the greater noble loyalty is actually very welcome. Get some back over 40. Good stuff, good stuff. Do we have war dynamism here? We do. Okay, cool. Well, we will, of course, take that. This is going to... Only 14 aggressive expansion, which is not going to cause a problem, I don't think. Yeah, it does put the knights... Actually, that does put Genoa. So we'll wait... Well, end of the year is right now, so... That seems fine. And then, yeah, very, very successful episode. 18th birthday in lockdown was a pretty monumental loss. Yeah, it's not great. My fiance made my birthday yesterday very nice, though. You know, cooked breakfast... Zoom party in the evening, Among Us with the family. It's good times, good times. We're gonna win that fight? Yeah, we should do. Looks like Cyprus is not willing to reinforce. Which means we're gonna be able to blockade Cyprus. And, oh no, Cyprus did reinforce, but with just transports, it looks like. Interesting. Yeah, Cody, this summer, once stuff's settled down, you should definitely do a proper birthday. You can actually, you know, let loose. I remember the morning of my 18th birthday, I went, it was, I think it was a Saturday as well. I went down to the shops immediately. Oh, lost one ship. Gotta be careful not to lose another. I was looking at the wrong side of the screen. I went down to the shops to buy, like, 5 different bottles of spirits. Just relishing the fact that it was allowed. Good times. Queen gets 2 birthdays, why shouldn't we? It's a good point. It's a good point. I can't disagree with you. I think what I'm going to do is wait for the event to fire to give me this province, then send a demand requesting only this province. Then click the button to take this province, so they don't get the... This would entail our whole full annexation. Oh, hey, we got another merchant. Where do we get another merchant from? Are we exporting lots of timber? Not enough to get a merchant. Did our merchant get expelled from somewhere? Alcohol at 18. What devilry is this? Yeah, well, I mean, it's one of the few things that... I mean, there's all kinds of weird stuff around. Like, when you age, what age you allow alcohol and stuff, but... The impression I get of America is, like, the age you're supposed to start drinking at, basically, no one actually listens to it, so it doesn't really matter what it is. Province gained. Okay, so... We're going to try and cheese it. If we... I'm going to save just in case it's like bugs out the game. But this just says cede it to the Ottomans. So if we do a peace deal, it's just for the capital and a bunch of money. And sure, some other stuff just for prestige. No, they won't accept it. Okay, so we send this peace deal. We let them give us the capital. And then we hit this button. Ah, it didn't work. Okay. So we'll reload. That's funny. Well, it's worth a try. It's worth a try. I have one other idea I may actually try. But, we'll see, we'll see. Only problem you have with ordering alcohol is you don't have any ID because you don't have a driver's license. Yeah, that's fair enough. You could just apply for a driver permit, like a learner's permit. It's not. I mean, I don't know. It might be more expensive where you are, but it costs like almost nothing in the UK. So the other thing we could try is we do this. We send the peace deal, and then we hit excellent. I suspect they will decline it. Nope, they accepted. Nice. So they wouldn't have accepted if we had taken the province and then sent the offer, but... do I want 1 stability point or 30 ducats? I want 30 ducats, honestly. You guys can go home. Not you guys. You guys. Yep. Okay. Oh, crap. Wasn't I going to wait a second because that was going to put Genoa over? Yeah. That's not ideal. I can start coring down here, though. Genoa requests trading privileges. Okay, so we lose 15 trade power, and they gain 30 for 10 years, but we get 100 ducats. We also get 20% trading efficiency. So, let's do some maths. Right now, we have 77 trade power. It's an effective... I think I'd need an actual spreadsheet for this, but... So, just first off, we make 8.9 ducats a month right now. 8.9 times 120 is 1,068. So we're making 1,068 ducats in trade per 10 years. Okay, so... Drunk PUBG Christo was a sight to behold. That was good times. Yeah, university, PUBG at university was a fun time. Anyway, we're talking about M&T. So, if this button lowers our trade income by 10%, it's not worth it. Because, well, no. If it lowers it by 12%, it's not worth it. Right, because we're earning... If it lowers it by 8%, it's not worth it. Because we're actually earning... With the trade efficiency, we'd be earning slightly more. Yeah, so it is 12. I think it's 12%. If it's 12% lower, this isn't worth it. Assuming, pretending we earned 1,000. We're losing 100. So, we're gaining 10% of the amount we would earn. So if we, earn less than 10% from the deal, then it would be bad. So... We lose 15 trade power, which is much more than 10% of our trade power, and they gain 30, which would then be cumulative and lower our trade power. So I'm not interested. We're not taking it. Okay. Captured heathen temples. We will hand them over to Sunni priests. And I think... I am going to immediately declare war on the Iranians with Mamlukian help. Yeah. Okay. Is that a maintained fort? Yeah. I think I'm going to take the fort in the north first. Ideally with naval support. But I doubt we'll be able to do naval support. And I should be spying on you. Ah, oh, darn. We weren't spying on you earlier. We're spying on these guys. Right. Okay. Could add this to a trade company. Well, it's not really a center of trade or anything, but we'd like the unrest. I'd really like to get the oh, there we go, fairly quick communication. All I had to do is say I'd really like to get the communication efficiency, and then suddenly, boom, core it. So where can't we core still? 2 unrest, 0.1 unrest here. Let's spread the love on that one. And we should be able to call this 0.1 now. Right, you know what? I'll go stand there manually. Oh, there we go. Call that. Anywhere else? Caravan's a nice one to be able to get coring. Unrest-wise, these ones looking pretty low. 1.7. We can lower it by 1.7. Would you ever play Imperator now that it's better? Yes, I've done a campaign since 2.0 came out. I'm going to play it some more. Yeah, probably not on camera because My on-camera time is highly limited by my voice at the moment. So I'd rather play the stuff that A, I know more about, and hence can talk more about, and B, I just know people like watching me do more. So it's probably going to be MEIOU and taxes. And then the occasional bit of D&D when I'm doing D&D prep. For now. But I may pay Imperator in the fullness of time. And by the way, there's a... I don't know if this has been announced, actually, so maybe I shouldn't say it. Let me check Twitter real quick. In fact, hey, YouTube, let's end the episode and then I can chat about this for a minute off camera. Immediately losing what great power status, of course. Thanks for watching, everybody, on YouTube. In the next episode, we will declare war on the Aretinids. See what we can do to yoink some of our rightful land off them. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.